Hello and what's up, my lovelies? Welcome to the Love Naturally experience. And in today's video, as you can hear, we are going to be pulling some cards because I want to get an update on the energies that are transitioning through right now, because there are quite a bit and it's been quite active and busy. This is a timeless message, so it is intended for anyone who is seeking spiritual and emotional guidance, as this is what this channel's purpose is designed to serve. Okay. My specialty is shadow work. So in this reading, I'm going to be focusing on three key primary areas. One is going to be the energy that is passing through right now and what spirit wants us to know about that energy. The other thing that I will be pulling, or the other deck I should say that I will be pulling from to get an update on the energy, will be the Chakra deck. So I love seeing just what spirit wants me to know specifically in my body by identifying which chakra is currently out of order. So we have our tarot deck. This is my general tarot deck that I will be using. So we'll put this one to the side in case we need any clarifiers, or we'll pull something from that last. But my little special weapon here is going to be the Goddess Tarot deck. As you can see, it is a thick one. But this tarot deck is wonderful because it helps you to find out which goddess energy is coming through at the moment most prevalently for you to tap in, channel, manifest, banish, purify, or attract as you so desire, wish, intend to, and please to do. So again, this is a timeless message. However, this is to serve those of you over the next week or the next 2 weeks if you are catching this on time, which is the date of April the 7th of 2022, which is Thursday, Thor's Day, or also Jupiter's Day. So hence why we have the blue. And without further ado, let's first start with the energy deck, okay? So Spirit, we want to know for the collective consciousness, which energy right now is transitioning through that Spirit wants us to tap into most. All right, so let's see. Spirit, for the collective consciousness, which energy is coming in that you want us to be tapping into most? Which energy do you want us to be tapping into most? So let's see what comes out. The way that I read, I look for jumper cards. So we're going to see what jumps out. Here we go. All right. So we're going to take the first one that came up, and we have Blossoming Abundance with the number 3 at the top. You see that there? So Blossoming Abundance with the number 3. Automatically, I don't know if any of you have been feeling it, but first off, you can see all of that nature and just beautiful animals and nature. And I know that the lighting is a little bit dim, but that's how I like it, honey. However, trust me when I tell you, this is a beautiful display of, I think of like the fairy realm. Just if I were able to transport into the fairy realm, or when I'm going on a nice nature walk, I go to like certain areas in a park where you feel like it feels very still, very calm, very ethereal. So that is the first image that I have in my mind, and it's symbolic because right now we are in the time of spring, obviously. But another thing that's symbolic about this card is spring is the time of rebirth. It's the time of birthing. It's the time of creation, renewal, restoration. It's a time of purification. And it's also a time for creativity. So everything that you've harvested over the prior fall season and everything that you were able to let go and release in the winter, now you have space to plant new seeds of growth in the spring. Hence why we have the number 3 at the top for creation. So what Spirit is calling for us to do, and for those of you who this message applies to, let it apply, and those of you who it's not applying to, let it fly. can't be for everybody, but those of you who it is for, if you've been having some ideas on creating I'm hearing like a new business plan, or just starting a new enterprise is another word that's coming to mind. This is the time to plant those seeds to do it. This is the time for those bigger projects. If you already have a business established and you're like, okay, well, I just want to, gain more supporters to my business, or I want to hit a larger number of people who sign up for my course or whatever it is, that's fine and well. But this energy is big energy, baby. And that might have a lot to do with the Piscean and Jupiter transitions that are happening on a cosmic realm. But as far as on the earthly plateau, this is time for really big new beginnings and birthing. I'm seeing a baby. So those of you who want to birth children, now is a good time to start practicing. Or those of you who are ready to birth a big project that will take that same time span of 9 months to come into fruition, this is your sign that now is the energy for you to be creating, okay? And for some reason, Spirit is telling me in my ear that 9 is going to be the number of months, days, weeks, depending on what you're manifesting, of when you will see that thing come into fruition. So just to keep this short, I don't like to take too much of your time because I know that we are busy little bees. I want to do next an update on what the chakra bodies are trying to tell us, right? Because that's uber important. The chakra system is what drives you every day, whether you are aware of how your chakras work or whether you are not aware of how your chakras work. So since your chakras are going to be the driving force to your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual or ethereal body, we need to see what's going on. We need to see what's up. So let's go ahead and pull from my chakra deck. In Spirit, as you know, for the collective consciousness, we are trying to see which chakra do you want us to hone in on and why? What is the focus of that chakra? Y'all ready? Let's go. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to take this one here because it did jump out. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, rejection. Okay. I don't know why I got so excited. Yes, rejection. But this is something that has been synchronistic in my life recently about rebounding and being able to bounce back quickly and easily when you feel defeat. I had heard from I have read a quote actually, and I also heard it from another YouTuber, and his name is Fernando Perdomo, and he is an astrologer. Long story short, he said something that was very, very interesting to me, and he said not to me, but he said it in his video that rejection is spiritual protection. And right now, while you are thinking about creating those big item things, you may be worried about how rejection may come up and how rejection may formulate in your life. And if you can see that, you'll see that he has all of these kind of like spirits in his ear whispering what to do and maybe also what not to do. But the key here is to understand that rejection is a way for you to find realignment in what it is that you are trying to call in. Rejection is sometimes when, your mom or your dad or whoever raised you smacks you on your hand and said, don't touch that. That's hot. Or don't touch that. Put that back. Or whatever they did, so it's a way for you to be redirected and re-steered towards the path that you need to take. But it also is something that you can create on your own. You can create all of these ideas of, oh no, they're not going to want me. I'm not good enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. You better deal with that rejection, honey, and start moving towards what it is that you want. Maybe a person, place, or thing. I don't know if you guys feel it, but time is speeding up. Like, it's really speeding up. Like, sometimes I'll be like, wait a minute. Where did they go? It's speeding up. So you have to start to jump and move and do. Sorry for the loud snapping in the mic. But you got to start doing all of those things that are mustering inside of you to get done. And don't worry about those defeats, because it's one of two things. A, like I said, it is spiritual protection to redirect you back onto the correct path. And two, it's a way for spirit to test your stamina and to test your discipline and to see, do you really want this? Do you really, really want this? And that is something that you may have conversations with about yourself while you are pursuing these new goals that I feel you should be working towards based on the energy coming in. So let's take a look and see which goddess is coming through to help us out. Because I love a little help from the goddesses. Do you not? I don't know about you, but I do. So goddesses, I'll take this one, but I'm going to keep going because I want to get another one in. Goddesses, let us know which energy or which archetype of your divine form is coming through to give us guidance right now most for the collective consciousness. And it's so funny what came up, and I haven't... Oh. She always comes up. I love her. All right. So two things, my friends. We have some wind or air energy. First and foremost, we have two native spirits. Some two indigenous native spirits. Okay. One is the white buffalo calf woman, or the white buffalo woman, or the white woman. She's known by different names. But essentially, the white buffalo calf woman is the actual great mother herself. It's a form of the great mother. And what that tells you is to tap into your void. That's the word that came to mind. Tap into the void space. What is the void space? The void space is going to be that subconscious downtime that you'll need in order to get into your higher psyche. Now, how do you do that? You got to meditate. You got to find a meditation plan that works for you, and find one that you can dedicate yourself to. Because as you begin to connect deeper inside through your heart chakra, you're going to start to see what your path is that you should be walking. And I'll go back to the chakra deck because I realized we didn't say which chakra it affected, and I'll explain why. Which brings us to our next indigenous spirit here, which is called the Maiden of Clarity. The Maiden of Clarity. So as I stated, going into that void is going to help you to extract. That is the word, like a dentist. Extract, because that's what a lot of us need to do. We need to extract some residue and clear out the spiritual gunk and build up. Some of you may also need a spiritual bath, or to be doing some grounding work by putting your feet down in nature. No matter how weird you look, try it barefoot or through socks at the very least. But that clarity is going to come in once you go into the void and tap into the sacred mother. Also, try burning some sage. Sage is nothing new in the spiritual witchy world these days. So try burning it, but don't burn too much, just a little bit. And remember to crack one window when you do to drive the spirits out. There is going to be some clarity that will come through once you dedicate yourself to some form of meditation. Meditation looks like many things. I have a blog post where I go over how the different forms of meditation apply to different types of people, and how there's no one size fits all when it comes to meditation. So I will add a link to that so that way you can follow up on how your meditation style may be. Going back to this chakra. So this chakra is actually a gray chakra, which means that we are connecting into the ether. It doesn't have, or the chakra card, I should say, is gray, which means that it's not directly influencing any one singular chakra. It is influencing the entire aura. And it's actually on a chakra realm just above our crown 7th chakra and above our golden chakra as well. However, this chakra, when we have a gray or a card that comes up, this really tells us that we need to start to look at what is outside of us that may be influencing and to channel that out so that way we can get clear on what is inside of us that we need to bring forth. Someone, this is for somebody, or honestly, it's for a lot of us. You may also notice right now a higher level of entity activity. You may be seeing stuff out the corner of your eye, like somebody. I could have just sworn I just saw somebody standing over there in the corner. Like, you feel me? You may start to see just things like pass by quickly. You may feel like something is watching you. And these aren't evil entities. It's just that the dimensions are starting to get a little bit closer, especially those of you who are working on your spiritual progression. And those energies are cycling around you to influence you. Some of them are not for your greatest good and benefit, and some of them are. You have the power to decipher what you choose to keep around you. Just be conscious of that. So that is all that I have. I figured we'll do a few cards that come out of the tarot to see if there are any other messages that Spirit wants us to pay attention to. Okay, Spirit, so let us know, is there anything that we may have missed, but that before we walk away, we should know? And this is again for the collective consciousness, Spirit. Aha, okay. Nice. Anything else, Spirit? I'll take it already. All right, so a few cards popped out. First and foremost, you have the Knight of Staffs. The Knight of Staffs is showing that, yes, you should be setting out. You should be stepping out onto whatever that vision is, because it's not even like a plan. It's not a business plan. This energy is supporting big vision energy. If you are someone who's a visionary, or if you're a big dreamer, this is the time to step out on that and make your moves. Just behind that, you do have the 8 of Coins. They come out reversed, but I tend to read reversed cards the same in group readings, just so that the energy, the information is clear. So we're going to use this as a upright card. And what this tells me is that it's not going to come, this abundance, right? This direction forward is not going to come without some hard work that you're going to have to put in. So yes, we are going to have to put in a lot of long hours. It will be some investing for your business as well. Some money will have to go in, and you'll be a little nervous, but look at the benefit of it all. You come out on top, baby. Come out on top.